Hello and welcome to Rathod's IS. Today in this video, we are going to see current affairs of 31st July 2023. So here we are going to see brief introduction regarding the topics first. And later on we are going to see detailed analysis. And after that we are going to see today's Hindu newspaper PDF. So I will make you to learn how to connect current affairs with static syllabus, and which topic is important from prelims and which topic is important from mains, and what are the points that you have to refer from mains point of view, from prelims point of view. I want to make you to learn that skill in this sessions. Okay, so first of all I want to say one thing. I'm extremely sorry for the extra days comments. I didn't give the replies because of very hectic schedule because of my twins. Okay, but I'm trying to give the replies whenever it is possible, so please excuse me. Even I didn't see the comments yesterday, so that I can't tell the names of the students who gave the comments. Okay, so excuse me and try to give your comments daily, so that I will be giving you the reply and I will be announcing the names of the students who gave the best answer from tomorrow onwards. So let us see the first topic that we are going to discuss. It is about Maharashtra Sugarfield. So this article which is talking about migrant laborers. It is talking about migrant laborers. So first here you have to understand who are migrants. So migrants means nothing but people, they will be moving from one place to another place. So here if you are talking about migration, so how many types of migration is there? Inter-migration and intra-migration. That means if they are moving from one place to another place within that same state, it is called as intra. If they are moving from one state to another state, it is called as inter. And not only that, we also have international migration. That means from one country they are moving to another country, right? So here we are having different types of migrations, that is inter-migrations, intra-migrations and international migrations. So inter means from one state to another state within the country. Intra means within the state itself they are moving from one district to another district. International means from one country to another country. So here what is the issue? Issue of migrant laborers who are working in sugar industries. Okay, so here you have to see where are the sugarcane industries are present in India. So first question of the day is, where are the sugarcane industries are present in India? So whether the high concentration is seen in northern India or southern India, you have to think about this, and you have to see which are the geographical conditions necessary for the growing of sugarcane. For the growing of sugarcane, so which are the necessary conditions? And one more question here is, you have to see whether the sugarcane is water intensive crop or water less intensive crop. So these are the four important things that you have to think whenever you are reading this topic. So here the issue is, the people, they are moving from one district to another district in search of job. Why? Because here most of the people who are working in agriculture sector. So agriculture sector is primary sector. So when they are working in this primary sector, so this work, for example, if you are taking this agricultural labor, so agricultural labor, they are getting work in this agriculture whenever there is a work, that is in the normally during Rabi season, during Kharif season, for the sowings, for the transplantations, for the harvesting. So they will be getting job opportunities or employment opportunities. But in the lean period, they will be not getting work. That means agriculture is not providing work throughout the year. So at that time, whenever these agricultural laborers, they are not finding the work, so they have to search for another alternative to continue their livelihood. So at that time, they have an opportunity that they can go to the nearby districts and they can work in the sugarcane industries and as well as in the sugarcane fields. So why sugarcane fields? So if you see rice, so rice can be grown within 3 to 4 months. The crop timings is 3 to 4 months, but sugarcane is like 10 to 12 months. And the sugarcane fields, they are highly labor intensive crop. They need labor. So here this article talking about the bitter truths or the problems faced by these agricultural laborers who are going in search of work in the lean period to the sugarcane industries and as well as in the sugarcane fields. So this topic is at most important from geography and even from your economy. So we can read this topic under economic geography. And this topic is important from both your mains and prelims. So from prelims you have to see these 4 questions. And even migration is also very important from your prelims and mains. So whenever talking about this migration, here you have to see other important related topics like what are the push factors, what are the pull factors. Okay. So please let me know answers in the comment box for sure. And this one is rap on knuckles. So this article which is important from your polity point of view. So why this article is in use? In yesterday's lecture we study one article like, so there is mob lynching. So because of this mob lynching, Supreme Court gave directions to some states. Like why these states they didn't take any action regarding this mob lynching. So here as an UPSC aspirant you need to know what is exactly this mob lynching means. There is a definition of this mob lynching and you have to see what are the causes of this mob lynching. And you have to see present context, so why it is in news. So what is the Supreme Court direction to the states? Whether it will comes under contempt of court or not. So again you have to say this concept, that is contempt of court. So what exactly is this? And this contempt of court topic you can see in your Lakshmikant. And next topic is a gender paradox in Tamil Nadu. Whether gender discrimination is still prevalent in our society or not. Will you accept with me or not? So whether gender discrimination is seen or not? Yes, of course. So this article is one example. In Tamil Nadu, we can see there is gender discrimination. So even the women who are educated, whenever they are doing the same jobs as par with men, but women they are getting less wages compared to that of men. So here this article that you can use as a case study regarding women empowerment. So why we need women empowerment? To address this question, so you can use the data from this article. And this topic is important from society. So why? Because women, men, elderly people, younger people, older people, everyone comes under the part of our society. So here in our society gender discrimination is still prevalent and you can see the data which is given here. And next one is, what is Sam Altman's biometric project? So this article is important from your science and technology. Here we have to see what is this Altman's biometric project. So how it is taking the iris, that is a biometric data, and how it can be useful for the transactions. So you can get a question from prelims from this topic. And next topic is, 2 Indian military aircrafts visit Australia strategic Cocos Island. So here this Cocos Island, where it is located, and you have to see why India's military aircrafts they went to Cocos Island, and you have to see exact location of this Cocos Island, where it is located, and some facts regarding this Cocos Island. So that is important from your geography point of view. And actually this topic is important from your defense, which comes in a GS paper 2 or GS paper 3, okay, GS paper 3. And one more topic I missed here is we are going to discuss even regarding states lacks, means no response regarding lynching. Okay, so this is a topic that we are going to discuss, and these are some important articles that we are going to discuss in this lecture. And now let us try to see detailed analysis. So I hope you are following me, right? Okay. So if you have any doubts, so please let me know in the comment box, and I will try to resolve that doubt in the comment section or in the next class video. So the first topic it is about bitter truth in Maharashtra Sugarfield. And one more thing is, if you have any new points to add which I missed, so please let me know in the comment box so that it will be helpful for the other students as well. So here this article says that recently, very recently, Bombay High Court, that is Bombay High Court, has recently taken suo motu cognizance of exploitation of intrastate workforce. Okay, so people who are moving from one district to another district in the same state, that is called as intra-state migration. So here High Court of Bombay recently took suo motu cognizance of exploitation of intrastate workforce, and these people, they migrate from drought prone affected areas and water scarce areas of Maharashtra to the sugar belt region of western Maharashtra. So if you see the location of Maharashtra, somewhere we have here Maharashtra, right? So here we have Western Ghats, and in this region we will be having, in the western part we will be having this sugar belt zone. That means sugar growing areas or sugar cane growing areas, and as well as industries of sugar cane. And in Maharashtra we are also having the drought prone area, that is Marathwada region. So what happened, people in this Marathwada region, so where there is a water scarcity is present, and even there is a drought which is affected in this area, so the people in this area, they will move towards this western part of Maharashtra in search of livelihood. And if we are talking about Maharashtra, it is one of the top sugar producing states in our country. And actually the people in this Marathwada region, so they are facing unemployment problem. And after sowing of rabi crops, and these people, especially from this Marathwada region, they do not have employment opportunities. So because of this, people from this area, they will move to the western part of Maharashtra, especially they want to work in the sugar fields or sugar cane fields for harvesting, and as well as in the factories of the sugar cane. So what are the reasons for this movement, or what are the reasons for this intrastate migration? So the reasons are, the first one is there is prolonged drought conditions, and there is a repeated crop failure, and there is also increasing of debt, acute unemployment. So because of all these reasons, here Marathwada's rural labor, so they are going to the sugarcane fields seasonally when they are getting the work or employment opportunities. So because of this, now the state, Maharashtra state, they have to come up with a long-term and comprehensive policy to address the issues of this migrant laborers. So here in this sugarcane system, so we will be coming across one term, that is Mukaddam system. Okay, Mukaddam system. So what is this Mukaddam system? So you can get a question, or you can expect a question like, so Mukaddam system is seen in recently in news, so what it is related to? So this Mukaddam system, which assures sugar factories a supply of large volume of temporary, cheap, reliable and efficient workforce. So under this system, so this system assures that there will be a supply of large volume of temporary, cheap, reliable and efficient workforce. So because of ecological and political reasons or economical political reasons, so this system, which is one of the focal point now, because most of these migrant workers, they are dependent on this Mukaddam project or Mukaddam system in this Maharashtra, and it creates adequate space to control migrant workers, and because of this system, it is also violating the labor laws, and it is also unfavorable to establish the relationship between the factory and as well as workers by this Mukaddam system. So if we're talking about what are the gaps that we have, so there is a gap in data, so there is no proper data, that is inadequate data. So inadequate data, it is a stumbling block in framing the meaningful policies for the seasonal migrants. So there is no data, means how government will come forward for the preparation of the policies. So data is very important, and it is a stumbling block. But because of lack of data, so there is no policies for the seasonal migrants. Especially women migrants and children, they are more vulnerable. And here technology aided migration tracking system application was launched in 2022, and this technology aided tracking system, which managed or which came up by Women and Child Development Department of Maharashtra government. And actually this system, that is migration tracking system, also fails to create a comprehensive picture of seasonally migrating families, and even this system will be helpful to identify current employment status of that so and so person, and even wage structure, and as well as entitlement coverage. So one more important and highly prioritized area here is addressing the plight of migrant women workers. And not only the addressing these issues, and we have to focus on exactly what issues they are facing. So they are facing health issues. They are facing issues regarding no proper education for their children. And even employment in the sugarcane labor market is also challenging. So if we're talking about harvesting of sugarcane, so here these labor workers, they will be engaged in the fields of the sugarcane, and they will be carrying about 40 to 45 kgs of trucks or trolleys, and because of this they will be having negative impact on musculoskeletal system, that will be leads to muscle skeletal, okay, musculoskeletal disorder, that means muscle and skeletal disorders in the people who are working, and even especially for women that will lead to several gynecological issues. So even though we have this national education policy, so this national education policy which emphasizes on equitable and inclusive education for all. So here the people also, that is the worker, that is labor workers children, they also started working in the sugarcane industries. So because of this they do not have the proper right to education. So because of this it is violating this right to education, okay, right. So here what is the need, what can be done? So here government can coming up with some interventions, and we have to ensure there will be the seasonal migrants, they have access to the justice, and they are also guaranteed safe and healthy working environment, and state government need to take a lead, and it need to collaborate with the other departments, other ministries to formulate targeted and assess time-bound interventions. And with a strong political will also, it is possible to create a favorable legal environment to protect the rights of migrants, and we can also go for strengthening the labor administration as well. So this is about this topic, and now let us try to see the next topic. Title says rap on knuckles. So this article which is talking about mob lynching. So actually this is the buzzword that we have seen in current affairs last 1 year or last 2 years. But again, yes, this mob lynching is in news now. So why? Because Supreme Court direction to states. So because of Supreme Court direction to states, again this mob lynching is in news now. So now let us try to see this topic in detail. So actually what happened, it is a matter of shame for the union government, it is central government, and even for the several state governments, that now Supreme Court reminded them that here central government and as well as state government, they had failed. So it is a consistent failure in past 5 years to act against lynching. To act against lynching and mob violence. To act against lynching and mob violence against Muslims and marginalized sections by cow vigilance in a particular. So what happened especially, so what is this mob lynching? So in a story I want to say, for example, there is a Muslim community here. For example, we can say this is the Hindu community. So Hindus, they will be worshipping cow, but this Muslim, they will eat cow, right? So what happens, so whenever there is a killing of cow is happening, so if some people who are recording the video regarding the killing of cow, and that video will be spread, okay, through the social media platforms, and what happened, this Muslim community will start attacking these people in the groups. So this is called as mob lynching. So even in the last 2 years or 3 years, I also got a number of videos which are forwarded by a number of people and groups regarding this killing of cows. So because of this, that led to a spread of hatredness among the community, and this community people, they will be starting attacking another community people in groups. That is called as mob lynching. Okay, so actually one petition which filed in Supreme Court by National Federation of Indian Women, highlighting the failure of states and as well as central government, and now court asked the Ministry of Home Affairs of Maharashtra, Odisha, Rajasthan, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh and Haryana to respond to the petition. So what is this mob lynching? Mob lynching refers to a targeted violence. So we are targeting a group of people or a person by a large group of people, which includes offences against the human body, or it also includes offences against any property, whether it is a public property or private property. So mob believes that they are punishing the victim for some perceived wrongdoing. So because that so and so person did wrong, so we are punishing him. So even it is not necessarily illegal and take the law into their own hands, disregard the legal rules and procedures. So what is this cow vigilantism? So cow vigilantism is nothing but cow vigilantism or lynching in the name of cow protection, and it poses a serious threat to the secular fabric of the nation. Okay, so this is cow vigilantism. So what is this case in 2018? So in famous Tahsin S. Poonawalla versus Union of India case, so here Supreme Court said that this is a sacrosanct duty of the state need to protect the lives of the citizens, and authorities, they have the principal obligations to prevent this vigilantism of any kind. So even in 2018 itself, Supreme Court said that yes, it is a duty of the government, and the government need to protect the lives of citizens, and government need to protect the have the protection, the principal obligation to prevent vigilantism also. So it had come up with some guidelines which included the destination of a nodal police officer in each district, and he will be identifying the districts, blocks, villages where mob lynching is have occurred in the recent years, and it will be helpful for police investigations, and even it will be helpful for coordination with other government agencies. So what are the causes of this mob lynching? The first and the foremost thing here is this bias. So what is the reason? That is bias. So mob lynching, it is a hate crime. It is a hate crime, and it is rising because of biases, because of prejudices among the various castes, various classes of people, and as well as religion. And if you're talking about the second important thing, that is there is rise of cow vigilantism. So in Hindu religion, cows, they are revered and worshipped, and this sometimes leads to cow vigilantism. And this one is there is lack of speedy justice. That means there is no establishment of fast track courts. So inefficient working of this justice delivery system, which is also rendering the authorities in the primary reason why the people take law into their hands. And one more important thing here is there is inefficiency of police administration. So ineffective legislation or ineffective investigation done by the polices, that will lead to lack of trust. That will lead to lack of trust in the legal process. So this is some causes. And if we're talking about what are the issues regarding this mob lynching. So mob lynching, it is a violation of human dignity. That means Article 21 of the Constitution, and a gross infringement of Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and even this type of incidents like cow vigilantism and mob lynching, so that will be also violating right to equality and as well as prohibition of discrimination. So these are the things which enshrined in Article 14 and Article 15 of our Indian Constitution. So talking about the main questions of what is mob lynching. So first one is what is mob lynching, and what are the various reasons for the rise of mob lynching incidents in India, suggest some measures to prevent mob lynching. So this is a well organized question, so try to write answer for this question by using side heads. And next topic, it is about a gender paradox in Tamil Nadu. So this topic is at most important, and now let us try to see this topic in detail. And already I gave you introduction regarding this topic in introduction itself, right? So here this article is talking about issues of women. Issues of women. So women's participation in Tamil Nadu economy presents a paradoxical picture now. So yes, women, they came out and they started working, but they are facing some paradoxical nature. So women in Tamil Nadu, they are likely to be educated and to work and to find work in the modern sector of economy. So the women in this Tamil Nadu, they want to opt for the getting of employment in the modern sector of economy. But what happened? So here one more important problem here is, so they are paying less compared to that of men for the same work. So if you see here, state interventions, they said that towards welfare, free transportation and populistic schemes, so we need to overcome the supply side constraints. And we have to focus on the decadal fall in female labor participation. So if we're talking about this article, Tamil Nadu, which is thanks to state interventions and as well as century-old social mobilization, and here the share of women in the workforce is larger or higher than that of national average. So if we're talking about the data which is given in this article, it is according to NSSO PLFS, that is Periodic Labour Force Survey, which said that the women participation is about 43% in the state. When you are comparing for the overall India, it is 32%. And even if you are comparing with international standards, so it's also very low. So here if you are talking about this modern sectors in Tamil Nadu, they employ a larger proportion of women workers when you are comparing with other states. So here this is the one important data which is given, and about 28% of women they identified as regular workers in the total manufacturing in India, and they are located in Tamil Nadu. So here the higher, which is higher compared to the top industrialized states such as Maharashtra and Gujarat, they constitute about 13% and 11%. So even though here Maharashtra and Gujarat, they are industrialized states, so the workforce, especially women workforce, is less. It is around 13% and 11%. And if you are talking about in organized manufacturing alone, the share of Tamil Nadu women is 43%. And similarly, about 52% of government employees in Tamil Nadu, they are women compared to 36% at the national level. Okay, so these are the data which is given. And here what is the need? The need here is we have to focus on women empowerment. So we have to encourage women to enter into this employment opportunities, and in this way we can guarantee this inclusion, and we can also focus on the sufferings from the wage discrimination they are facing. Okay, so this is about this topic. And now let us see the next topic. Title says states lacks response to lynching. So this topic is again important from your GS paper to under polity. So this topic is also about your mob lynching. So now let us try to see the details which are given here. So if you say context, it says that the Supreme Court has asked Ministry of Home Affairs and especially state governments of Maharashtra, Odisha, Rajasthan, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh and Haryana to respond to the petition which filed by this National Federation of Indian Women, okay, in Supreme Court. So here the petition questions why there is inaction. So why the states are not acting against mob violence or mob lynching or cow vigilantism from past 5 years onwards. So even though now also there are some cases which are recording, but why state is not taking an action? So this is the question which is filed in the petition. So even though Supreme Court in 2018 came up with a judgment in this Tahsin Poonawalla versus Union of India, but even though states they are not taking action. So if you see details here, so in this judgment Supreme Court said that it is a duty of government or state to protect the rights of the citizens or lives of the citizens, and also declared that authorities of the states, they have the principal obligation. They have to see this vigilantism does not take place in the state. But here now central government and state government, they are facing separate contempt petition because of non-compliance of judgment of 2018. So we are talking about what are the measures which are given by Supreme Court. So these measures will be important from your mains. So first one is Supreme Court said that here states they have to appoint one nodal officer, and the rank should not be less than Superintendent of Police, that is SP. So first one is nodal officer, and next one is immediate filing of first information report, that is FIR. Second one is FIR should be filed immediately after the incidents of lynching or mob violence, etc. And whose duty that is? That is the duty of station house officer. And next one is, as soon as FIR is done or filed, so they have to go for investigation. So investigation should be done personally, and this should be monitored by nodal officer. And information or investigation and charge sheet should be filed within the stipulated period within the law. And next one is, if there is a scheme to compensate the victims, yes, there should be the compensation. And next one is, if here this nodal officer or if the state administration is not following the rules, then there should be the act of deliberate negligence or misconduct. And here there should be the departmental action should be taken if conclusion is not given within 6 months. So here states they should take some disciplinary actions against officers if they did not prevent the incident of mob lynching, despite of knowing that there will be that mob lynching is going on. So if they are not taking any actions to stop that, yes, there will be the disciplinary actions can be taken by the state. So these are the 7 measures which are set by Supreme Court. And next topic it is about what is Sam Altman's biometric project. So this topic is very important. So here recently Open Artificial Intelligence CEO Sam Altman, he took to Twitter to formally reintroduced WorldCoin. So here you have to see what is this WorldCoin. So it is a project of his that was eclipsed by popularity of ChatGPT. So here this WorldCoin venture, it is a simple model. So in this model it will allows you to scan your iris which is present in your eyes. So it will be scanning your iris to prove your human uniqueness, because this iris is unique to every person. It is not same. No two persons having the same iris. Okay, so because of this we can go for identifying of human uniqueness, and we can also receive some crypto and an ID in exchange. So if you are scanning your iris, then you will be getting ID that is called as World ID. So this World ID claims it is building the biggest, largest identity and financial public network. And actually if you are talking about this WorldCoin, it is an initiative which is going to create a digital network, and in this network everyone they can claim some kind of stake and they can join the digital economy by scanning their iris. So using a digital device like ORB, WorldCoin volunteers known as ORB operators, so they scan the person's iris pattern to collect their biometric data, and this mainly helps them to get a World ID through World app. So what are the applications? So if you are scanning your iris under this World ID, and if you are getting this ID, then you can participate in this cryptocurrencies and transactions as well. So this is about this topic. And next topic it is about 2 Indian military aircrafts visit Australia's strategic Cocos Islands. So this topic is at most important, and now let us try to see this topic. So here context says that expanding the strategic reach of Indian military and improving of interoperability with Australia and Indian Navy Dornier Maritime Patrol Aircraft and Indian Air Force C-130 transport aircraft. So here the 2 things, the first one is Maritime Patrol Aircraft and next one is IAF, that is Indian Air Force C-130 transport aircraft. They visited Australia's Cocos Island. It is also called as Keeling Island. So where it is located? It is located in the southern Indian Ocean. Where it is located in southern Indian Ocean, and it is very much close to Indonesia. And in Indonesia we have this Malacca Strait, right? So this Malacca Strait, it is one of the important choke points. So if we are talking about details, it says that Cocos can be an important base for refueling purpose and also for operational turnaround for Indian military. So Cocos can be an important base for refueling and also for operational turnaround for Indian military, and especially once the runway there is expanded to accommodate large aircraft like P-8 long range maritime patrol aircraft. So actually this Cocos, it is a very important base. Then we can go for refueling and as well as operational turnaround for Indian military. And this visit elevates Cocos Islands as a staging point for both Indian and as well as Australian air surveillance and even it will be helpful for maritime surveillance of choke points as well. So this visit is also very important for improving bilateral relations between India and Australia, and even we can grow military to military engagements, and we can also deepen interoperability between India and Australia. And Cocos Islands, which has been a point of cooperation between space agencies of two countries, that is India and Australia, and we are going to use this Cocos Islands for India's Gaganyaan mission. So please let me know what is this Gaganyaan mission in the comment box. And Australia's active support in establishing a temporary ground station, okay, for this Gaganyaan mission, and we are also going to use for the other purposes like Earth observation, satellite navigation, space situation awareness, weather and climate studies, etc. So if you see the location of this Cocos Island, so here we have Bay of Bengal, and here we have Andaman Sea, here we have Gulf of Thailand, here we have this Cocos Island, okay. And if you see some facts regarding this Cocos Island, which is a small group of islands, and it is seen in northeastern part of Bay of Bengal, and it comes under the part of Yangon region of Myanmar. And this Cocos Islands, which is a combination of 5 islands, so first 4 which present in the Great Coco Reef, and 1 is present in the Little Coral Reef. And to the north of these islands we have Paris Islands, it is belonging to Myanmar, and the south we have Landfall Islands, which is belonging to India. So it is very important fact. And Bay of Bengal lies to the west of the islands, and Andaman Sea lies to the east. And the Coco Island consists of 3 main islands, that is Great Coco Island, smaller Little Coco Island, smaller Coco and Little Coco. And actually they are separated by Alexander Channel, okay, Alexander Channel and as a stable island. So this is about this Cocos Island. So these are some important things that you have to remember regarding this topic. And now let us try to see today's Hindu newspaper PDF. Before that, I want to make a small announcement. We in Rathod's IAS, we came up with this daily mains answer writing course. And this course is helpful for both beginners and aspirants who gave their attempts. And especially students who want to learn answer writing skill and who want to clear this UPSC, they have to focus on this mains answer writing skills. Okay, so if you have excellent answer writing skills, then clearing of UPSC will become very easy for you. Because here you have to focus on writing answer within word limit, within time limit, and you have to address question according to the keyword which is given, and you have to focus on the content, and you have to focus on the presentation. So all these 5 things that you have to do simultaneously, so that an extensive practice of answer writing is very important. So try to join this course. Here in this course we are going to cover each and every subject like GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 along with essay and case study. So we are also going to give you the model answer for each and every question, and there will be detailed evaluation of your written answers, and there will be live doubt clearing session on every Sunday. And even we are going to provide you one-to-one mentorship. And if you have any doubt, you can call me on this number 8074765513, and if you want to enroll, you can visit our website rathodsiasacademy.com. There you have to sign up and log in, and later on you can click on this mains answer writing practice and you can buy the course there itself. And if you have any problem with the website, you can call me on this number so that our team will be assisting you. And when this course is going to be started from tomorrow itself, so try to ensure that by today's evening or by tomorrow morning by 10 o'clock, try to join this course. Okay, and we are going to meet in the live soon. And if you want to talk to me directly, and if you want to clear your doubts, and if you want to get mentorship from me, so try to join that course so that I will be giving you the personal guidance. So now let us try to see the today's Hindu newspaper PDF. So before that, many of you might having the question like, so if this course is online mode, so how correction or evaluation will be done? So this is the pattern of evaluation of the answer. So this is the answer of India-Sri Lanka relations, and in this way there will be the correction will be done, and we will be giving you detailed feedback and where you are going wrong and where you are right and what you missed. So how can you improve your presentation? So each and every minute details will be given as a feedback. Okay, so this is the correction format of a paper. So now let us try to see today's Hindu newspaper PDF. So today date is July 31st and today is Monday. So in the first page you can see this interesting image. So this image is about Yakara river in Palakkad. So you have to see some facts regarding this Yakara river. And next one is ministry doubts apps numbers on cases of manual scavenging. So already we discussed about this manual scavenging and what is the app which is regarding this manual scavenging, that is Swachhata Abhiyan. So Swachhata Abhiyan, it is a mobile app of Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry, and they identified that about 6,253 cases of manual scavenging in India. But the ministry is not sure that if this number is authenticated or not. So you have to see this once, and you have to see the facts regarding manual scavenging. Already I discussed that in our earlier lectures. And next one is about at least 44 killed, nearly 100 injured in a suicide bomb attack in Pakistan. So in Pakistan, suicide bomb attack had happened, and that led to the casualties. And if you move over here, you can see High Court to government says ensure 5% quota for differently abled students in educational institutions. Actually, I think today you will be going to get one video regarding main translative practice with persons with disabilities. So in that, persons with disabilities, so one challenge you are facing is lack of educational access. So here, because of this, now High Court said government to ensure 5% of quota. So this article is important and you can go through this. And if you move on, in this page you can see 15-year-old skeleton of whale found in Kerala private farm. So go through this some facts regarding which whale is it. And in this editorial page I discussed a topic regarding Maharashtra Sugarfields. I discussed topic regarding mob violence, and I discussed this gender paradox in Tamil Nadu. In text and context, I discussed a topic regarding states lacks response to lynching. I discussed the Sam Altham's biometric project. And in this page number 10, there is article that is 2 Indian military aircraft visits in Australia's strategic Cocos Islands. I discussed this topic. And next one is railways to study route viability for introducing Vande Bharat trains. So why? Because Vande Bharat, they are speed trains, but what are the tracks they are present in India, so they are not supporting that much speed. So before launching of this Vande Bharat train, so we have to see whether the route is viable or not. Okay. And if you move forward here, you can see there is no need for UCC in a country like India. But here, let me know your opinion regarding this UCC. And next topic is PSLV put 7 satellites in orbit, 4 more missions this year. So this article is exclusively important from your space technology from your GS paper 3. And here you have to see what is this PSLV and what is this GSLV. And if you move forward, here you can see joining China BRI was an atrocious act, says Italy minister. So here you have to know what is this BRI. So these are some important articles that appear in now today's Hindu newspaper. So by this I am concluding. So if you are visiting this Rathod Science Academy for the first time, so hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and please share the video to your friends also, and even in Telegram groups, WhatsApp groups, so that we will be getting maximum reach and it will be encourages to me. Okay. So by this I am concluding. Thank you so much.